unbelievably busy, but the college just says part-time. If you're 12 or higher, you're considered full-time. Okay, so that's one. And then the second thing that I want you to do is take whatever number you wrote, and I want you to double it or multiply it by 2. That's your complicated math for the day. So in my case, it would be 24, but again, yours could be way higher or way lower. And then the third one, which for most people is pretty easy, is to write down the number of work hours that you have this semester. And if you're not working, that's easy, 0. If you are, how many hours per week do you work? And so I'm going to put a typical part-time job here. But again, your hours could be 0 all the way to whatever. And again, it's your sort of customized idea. Okay, after you have your 3 numbers, go ahead and take a second and add them together and circle the total. And then we're going to look at what that might mean about you. Okay, so I'm going to circle mine, but I'll give you a second to add those 3 numbers. Okay. Quick question first. You notice how we got the same number again here. How many of you have a total, if any, that's higher than this? We have 2. Okay. How many of you have a total that's lower than 40? Below 40? Okay, some more. And then the rest of you should be between 40 and 56 unless I lost you and you're still counting. That's okay. Well, what does all this mean? First of all, I want to look at this with you just for a second. Some of you may already know this, so you can kind of let us know. If you take a class in college that is 3 units, and I'm sure almost everybody here has at least one of those this semester because it's the most common number, how many hours per week do most 3-unit classes meet? Per week. Total for the week, the total time that you're in class for the week. Yeah, what a lot of people say is 2.5 because they're thinking of a class that meets 1 hour and 15 minutes twice a week, but that sort of doesn't include the little passing period, so to speak. So technically what I want you to get is that most regular lecture type classes that are 3 units meet roughly 3 hours a week. And that's why they're 3 units, is because of the number of hours. Now, is this always true? No. Some people are in a vocational program and it might be 10 units and they spend 25 hours there a week. Doesn't match. Other times people have a science lab class that's 1 unit and they're there way more than 1 hour a week. And so this is more for straight lecture classes. So if you had a psychology class, a history class, political science, things like that, that is usually the case, 1 for 1. So that would mean that this person, if they had 12 units of regular lecture type classes, they would be in class about 12 hours a week. Okay, approximately. So that's the idea. Okay, so who wants to give us what you either know or think you know that this line is all about? What is this for right here? Yeah, this is everybody's favorite activity in the whole world, which is studying. And everybody says, oh, that. Okay, yeah, that. I don't know how many of you have ever heard this before. This little formula right here is not a rule that everyone has to follow. It's a guideline. It's kind of like an educated guess in a way. It says that for every hour that you spend in class, you should plan to study 2 hours outside of class so that you can be successful and reach all the goals you have in college. Okay? So, if that's true, that means somebody who has a class that meets 3 hours a week